Well, sorry it took so long for me to post my third video. I meant to do it on Saturday, and then I had so many classes. I had 7 classes on Saturday, and they were evenly spaced, so I didn't really have time to film. And then Sunday came along, and I had to do some other things, and then Monday I was just lazy, and now it's Tuesday. So now I have enough time to make a video. So this video will be based on one of my friend's requests, asking me how long I plan to teach in Australia, or how long I plan to be here. And that's kind of a complicated question. So I will do a little bit of, I'll do my best to answer it. So we'll need to go back almost 2 years now, and that was when I first originally came to Australia. And I remember calling my parents and saying, oh yeah, like, Australia's really nice. I think I could live here. So fast forward to the end of my first year. I wanted to stay here longer than my visa would allow. So I was looking into different options. So some of my options were doing farm work for 3 months to extend my visa for another year, and other options were sponsorship or a skilled working visa. And I was looking at, I didn't want to do a sponsorship because I really liked the freedom of being a supply teacher. Whereas if I got sponsored by a school, I would need to work for that school for 2 to 4 years, and then if I wanted to stay longer, then I would need to get sponsored with another school. So I didn't really want to do that. And then I looked into doing a skilled working visa, applying myself, and I realized that I ran out of time. So I couldn't do that. So with 3.5 months left on my visa, I realized that I had to do farm work. So I went up to Bundaberg and did my farm work, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. So I just so happened to meet some Aussies up there while I was slacklining, and they're like, "Oh, there's some Aussies who slackline. If you want to slackline with people," I'm like, "Sure, that'd be cool." So I did that, and the first person that I met was this lady who worked at a gymnastics club, and she's like, "Oh, you're a PE teacher. We'd love for you to work with us." So I was like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, I'll check out that. So when I went there and met with the owner, she's like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to sponsor you, and you can work for us for 2 years and get permanent residency." I was like, whoa. That was a little bit of a shock for me. So I thought about that, and I was like, yes, I'd be interested. And so there's a few things that I needed to do. I had to become an intermediate certified gymnastics coach, so I needed to do some qualifications, and then once I worked for them for a little bit, they would sponsor me, and it was looking like it was going to happen, and then the coronavirus happened. So I wasn't able to go up there because the job that I was supposed to have didn't exist anymore, because I was supposed to go into schools and teach gymnastics to school students, but that wasn't going to happen, so they couldn't give me a job. or they couldn't guarantee me the hours that they had originally said they would provide. So I stayed in Victoria. Right now I am looking into, well, hopefully it might still happen. I might still get sponsored by the gymnastics gym. If that happens, then I'll go up to Bundaberg and work there. However, also, I'd like to stay in Australia for at least 3 or 4 more years. I could see myself living here. It's a wonderful country, but for the rest of my life is a pretty long time, potentially. So, yeah, I'm looking into getting my permanent residency, just because this temporary skilled working visa is the same cost as permanent residency. So if I did the skilled working visa and decided that I wanted to stay here for longer, then I would need to apply for permanent residency or another visa and pay more money. Whereas if I do permanent residency, then I would be here for good. So yeah, I'm looking into the process. I pretty much almost done. I'm just making some money so I can save up for the application process, because I need to pay Immigration Australia a fair amount of money. So my one concern is, if I give them that much money, what happens if they don't accept me? Then I will be short that much money, and I would need to go back to Canada, which would not be a bad thing, and pretty sure my family would love that. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully I will be able to share another video about my past week, because there's some good things that happened, and yeah, some pretty exciting things. So hopefully I can post another video this week. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody.